Hello there and welcome to our new home. So there's no ordinary bath with a sink with taps, so it's welcome back to my sitting bath, which I've kept for so many years in case I ever needed it again, and that was way before I was into the Epsom salts baths. So that's the first point in this film. Epsom salts baths really so essential, and I've been just 6 days without one, so I'm really glad to be in this bath having a couple of good scoops of those wonderful magnesium salts. That's going to do my body, in fact my whole being, so much good. My immune system, pretty much everything is going to be benefited from magnesium in this water. So I'm very grateful for that. And then the second thing I want to share with you is my partner's got a new job, and the first hour or so of the day there's very little to do. And it reminded me of something that happened to me a long time ago when I literally just missed a train by 1 minute, and that meant I had an hour and a half to wait. And I was in my 20s at the time and went straight into the, oh no, I've missed my train, get into a drama, and how boring, that's going to be awful, what am I going to do for that length of time? Now just to put this into context and perspective, there were no devices, computers were not even used regularly at that time, it's such a long time ago. And I didn't have a book, and I didn't have the money to spend on newspapers and magazines because I was a student. So it's like, what am I going to do? And something hit me. I went straight into the medicine which I'm going to attribute to Rastafarianism. Rastafarianism, the medicine from that particular religion from Jamaica, specifies that one of the most powerful things we can do for our spiritual development is to cultivate our observer. We all have an inner observer. So right now you are experiencing your life, and at the same time as you're experiencing your life, having your thoughts and your feelings, there is a part of you that is observing everything that is experiencing, and that part of you is the observer. So you can cultivate this part by, whenever you get an opportunity, there's nothing going on. And so this is what you do, you extend your senses into your immediate environment. You notice everything that is to be noticed about where it is you happen to be. So I was on a station, so the first thing that struck me was about the building and the clock and various things about the station. But very quickly, because I was in a place with human beings, I realised the most interesting thing I can experience in this place is simply to observe the human beings, the other people coming and going. Notice how stressed they are, notice how they're rushing about, notice the level of anxiety with which they're looking at the destination indicator for the train station for where they're going to catch their train from, which platform, and all this kind of stuff. And as it went on, I very quickly changed from feelings of irritation and boredom to feelings of great appreciation, that actually there was a huge gift I was having unfolded to me, which is the ability to experience something that otherwise I would never have taken the time to even notice. And so I learned a lot about human beings that morning as I was waiting for my train for an hour and a half. And there was something particular that happened, and bearing in mind this is like a really long time ago, this is the 1970s, so this is years before the onesie came into existence. I had this experience. So I did spend the first time just literally static, sitting down and then standing in one spot. But after a while, because I was having such a good time, I decided to walk around very, very slowly and to notice what was going on through changing my location, walking onto a platform and all the rest of it. So a train pulled into the station and all these people erupted out of the doors of the carriages, as you'd expect, and they strode down the platform quite forcefully. They were charged up with that Mars energy of, right, we've arrived, let's make something happen, let's get something done, as you'd expect. And there was one particular person that really struck my awareness, and for me it was a deeply shocking experience. I was a very innocent young man. So here's a woman walking towards me. She's wearing a bright orange jumpsuit, that's what they call them in those days. You call it a onesie today. They're very rare, you hardly ever saw them. And what struck my attention straight away is the material was quite shiny, quite stiff, quite smooth cotton, and it was obviously very well tailored to fit her. And as she strode towards me, my eyes were irrevocably drawn to the part of her body which I have been socialised not to look at, which is the groin area. And so, my great surprise, the way the material was actually tailored is it rendered her labia completely visible as she strode towards me. And because one doesn't see that sort of thing even today, one certainly didn't see such a thing in those days, I was literally shocked into immobility by the sight of this woman and her mobile labia moving towards me. So I thought, well, I would never have had that experience if I had caught the train. I would never have had that experience if I had bought a newspaper and read it, or read a book, or in modern times simply stuck my eyes in front of my device. So it's amazing what can happen when you expose yourself to the unknown, to the mystery, to what otherwise you would never have time to notice. Thank you very much.